It's the ops room of number 2 ferry pool at Aston down in Gloucestershire. These pilots carry on the work of the famous wartime air transport auxiliary. Anything to anywhere was their motto 12 years ago. Now the motto in fair weather or foul is everything goes. A dozen courses have to be plotted, a dozen sets of figures have to be checked before number 2's pilots are finished with their briefing. Their job is to take delivery of new aircraft and ferry them to airfields throughout Britain. A priority task now that the RAF's air expansion is in full swing. Note the parachutes, that's regulations. But they're not likely to need them in this bus. It's just an Anson laid on to take them to their destinations. Not until they reach those distant flying fields will their flying start. Then each pilot must be prepared to fly anything from a single-engine trainer to a Canberra jet. Last year, these pilots ferried thousands of aircraft of all types, each with its own peculiar handling problems and landing speed. A cargo of experts, each competent to fly upwards of 30 different types of plane. Two pilots have to be landed here. It's Destination X, one of the 200 and more key aerodromes where new airplanes are marshaled for distribution. Last time it was a 4-engine Shackleton submarine hunter that Flight Lieutenant Douglas Cox had picked up. This time something a little less ambitious is there for the picking, a tiny Auster built for Army cooperation. With a landing speed of 32 miles per hour, it can operate from a space as small as 3 tennis courts. Flight Lieutenant Kudrevich is luckier. A Meteor XIII waits for him. 32 tennis courts laid end to end would just give enough space for her to take off. It's a contrast which emphasizes the different handling problems these pilots have to master. Years ago, Kudrevich flew Spitfires with fellow Poles in the Royal Air Force. Now the plane he takes over has a speed more than half as fast again as the machine he then flew. It's an improved version of the Meteor, which in 1946 pushed the world speed record up to 616 miles per hour. So the shape of Britain's new air cover emerges in the hands of the ferry pilots of RAF Maintenance Command.